Hello and welcome. I'm Danette Kubanda, and joining me today for a very special interview is Brenda Prater Sellers. She's a philanthropist, entrepreneur, businesswoman who went from being a receptionist to president of a global manufacturing company. She's a world traveler who survived Mount Everest but almost died in the hotel room. And like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, she finds there's no place like home after visiting 70 countries. Her book, You Slept Where? Calamities of a Clumsy Businesswoman, details how she juggled work-life balance while dealing with elder care of her parents, her husband's PTSD, while running businesses and being a community leader. Thank you so much for being with us today, Brenda.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So, Brenda, how can we live life like today may be our last?
Okay, well, it really may be our last. So we need to make the best of each and every day. There's 24 hours in the day that the good Lord gives us. And so I just try to live my life like today might be my last day. I had a cousin that was killed in a tragic car accident early in my life. And so that, above anything else, made me appreciate that life is short and we may not be here. So live it while you can.
Oh my goodness, what a great lesson. Can we really have it all? And what does that mean?
Well, wow, what does that mean? I think we can have it all in the sense that we can be pleased and blessed with ourselves. We can be grateful for others, and we can be grateful for what we do to others. Sometimes we may not have the nicest car, we may not have the nicest house, or we may not have the most money in the bank. But if we can do and help others and give back to others, if we can pay it forward and help others that are in need. We sometimes think we have it tough, but there's others that always have it tougher. So I think we can have it all by giving back to others.
Absolutely. How can a positive mental attitude help living in this world of busyness while struggling to take care of our parents' elder care and, running businesses? What does that positive mental attitude mean to you?
Well, the PMA, I was fortunate early in my career. I had mentors and they taught me PMA because they taught that if you believe things are going to be bad, they're going to be bad. If you believe things are going to be good, then they are going to be. It's an attitude. It's an attitude and a choice, and being on the positive side. And no matter how bad things are, there's sometimes you have a lot that going with my mother's dementia. That was probably the toughest time of my life because I felt so helpless. But all you could do is be positive about it. And no matter how bad the situation was, I always found some humor or something to laugh about. And that's back to just being the positive mental attitude. Because otherwise, if you're negative, it's then you're bitter, and nobody wants to be around a bitter, negative person.
I like that a lot. So PMA, positive mental attitude, that's a great takeaway. How can we take baby steps to achieve our dream destinations in 2025?
Well, in our book, that I wrote, it has a little worksheet, and it's for you to fill out. And it's like it's asking the question, what places did you dream of going to when you were a child? And you just write them down because if you start thinking about, oh, I wanted to go so and so, and it depends on what you want in life. But I think if you write it down and if you try to plan on making those goals and achieving those goals, but it's all about writing them down and knowing where you want to go. Or maybe you just want to be in your backyard, or maybe you want to go to the mountains or the beach. It depends on what makes you happy.
And I have to ask, how did you find, like, were these childhood dreams of yours to go to all of these amazing places
Yes,
you
yeah,
visited?
yeah, yeah. Well, part of my story is I grew up on a farm. I'm a farmer's daughter that worked in the fields, and it was tough working in the fields. And my mother had a National Geographic magazines. So as a little girl, I saw those National Geographic magazines all over the world, and I said, I'm going to photograph those places, and I'm going to be there. So at that point, I made lists of the places I wanted to be and checking them off the list my whole life, and I'm still checking them off.
Oh, that's how inspiring. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us. To learn more about Brenda, her book, and of course, all of her other projects, please visit her website at brendapratersellers.com. Thank you so much.